Hello, MLB The Show fans. Welcome to our first The Show Live of 2026, Ashley.
Isn't it crazy? We are already 1 week post-launch, more live content to be discussed.
Yeah, this is our first push the button stream. For anyone that hasn't watched one before, that means that we are literally going to show you the content and then push this button and content will be there within the hour.
What if you push it now?
If I push it now, then we just spoiled the whole show.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Never
so
mind
I'm going to
then.
stay away from it. Don't forget, drops are enabled. You'll be getting up to 2 packs for watching on Twitch. Make sure your accounts are linked. And then just real quickly, we're always monitoring all the feedback that everyone's been giving us for MLB The Show 26. We really appreciate it. But today we're going to be focused on live content. And today, Ashley, that means Spring Breakout.
Spring Breakout, the games start today. We're going to have a bunch of Spring Breakout content to share with all of you. But let's not forget what we've done earlier this week.
Been busy.
The World Baseball Classic wrapped up. So the night that happened, a huge congratulations to Team Venezuela. We added the MVP, Michael Garcia, to the end of the collection. We have over 140 WBC cards now in the game because we also came out with a 5th World Baseball Classic program. Not to mention Tuesday, St. Patty's Day, St. Patrick's Day content, a little fun, a little flair for the thematics.
Yeah, I love the St. Patrick's Day program. I actually haven't ripped those packs open yet because I'm scared. Yeah,
I'm 0 for 2 right now. I'm scared to open up my 3rd one.
Yeah, so I'm sitting on them for now, but maybe after the stream I'll finally be able to rip them open. But yeah, it's been a busy week. A ton of great content that dropped on Tuesday, and then now we're here Thursday, a week after launch, and we have Spring Breakout. So what are we going to talk about today, Ashley?
Right, Spring Breakout is taking over the game. Y'all have been patient with us for this past week. The USA Conquest Maps are here, filled with some Spring Breakout players. We're going to have a program, a new event, more missions in the multiplayer program, and all of these Spring Breakout cards that you're going to see throughout content today are going to lead to a 100% grindable, earnable, whatever your favorite word is, collection.
Wait. Can we repeat that? That's important.
Yes, there will be over 20 cards today, and they'll be earnable all throughout content, regardless of how you enjoy to play. That will feed into a collection that's, once again, 100% earnable.
100% earnable, and the collection card, in the immortal words of Rory, is very good. So let's get to it. Before we get started, we do have to remote in one of our favorite live content designers, Cbrev. How are you doing, my man?
I was muted, my bad. Hello. How's it going?
It's good to see you, man. I miss you from San Diego, but you're holding down the fort remotely.
He's still here on the couch.
I brought a little belt home with me from San Diego, which was pretty fun. Yeah, but happy to be back on and excited for the Spring Breakout content today.
Do you take any walks around your neighborhood just like flashing the belts?
Yeah, I just carry it over my shoulder in the neighborhood every day.
I would expect nothing less.
Like a WWE
At least
superstar.
15 minutes.
I love it. Well, it's good to see you. Congrats again on the dev tourney. But I think at this point, it's time to dive straight into the game and see what our fans can expect at noon Pacific today.
Let's do it. Let's bring up the game here, and you're going to see the 3 USA Conquest maps. Like what we did last year, we split it up into more, obtainable pieces of Conquest. Doing that one map at once is very overwhelming for a lot of people. We also know a lot of fans like it as well. Here it is. You're still going to see it. It's just in 3 different separation, which as you see as we go through the rewards are almost going to be even better for that.
Yeah, I like how you phrase that. Personally, when we start talking about this, I think it's way better. Like being able to just knock out each third of the map and get some pretty sick rewards is going to be cool. I think our fans are going to enjoy it.
Right, so we're going to start from the East Coast, work our way to the West Coast, and we're going to work our way through the goals here. And we said Spring Breakout content, you're going to see it all throughout what we're discussing today. And no short here, we have a player card with Joe Mack, Cody.
Joe Mack from the Miami Marlins. This is their top catcher prospect. And one of the things that's really cool about Spring Breakout every year, or series like it, is we always see new faces. And so Joe Mack is a player that is going to be in Diamond Dynasty for the first time here. 88 overall, which is something you'll see throughout this Spring Breakout content. And I always love my left-handed hitting catchers. Always fun. Big pop from the right side, against the right side.
Yeah, big pop, and then it's also pop time season. Ooh. I like seeing that, a new attribute that was introduced in MLB The Show 26. He's going to have one of the best ones I've seen so far in the game.
Right, absolutely. I know fans wonder as well, like how we kind of do attributes for players who have yet to make their Major League debut. Part of it that helps into it is like the prospect scale rating. That's on a scale from 20 to 80 that helps influence some of these attributes. So you called out the pop time. We see the arm strength and the arm accuracy. He grades as a 60 and then a 55 power, so he's crushing it against righties.
Yeah, and you're also going to see quirks, right, Cody? Something that we're going to try to put in a lot more legends and flashbacks this year. So this is a cool card to start off the stream.
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth. Spring Breakout historically has not had many quirks on their cards. Especially with young guys who are making their Diamond Dynasty debuts. All these cards are going to have quirks on them, which is a change that we've made this year to make it a little bit more fun to use these.
I love it.
Yeah, not to mention, you see parallels down here, and then as Cody was saying, you're going to see the 5 quirks on Joe Mack, and you'll see more quirks across the cards that we're going to detail for you all today. But if I back out just a few more pieces, you see here, capture the NL East, and you're going to be able to obtain Joe Mack. Then you flip it over, capture all of the AL East teams. We're going to get George Lombard Jr., Carson.
Yeah, holy defense, Cody. Lots of green there, but he's no slouch at the plate too.
Yeah, George Lombard Jr. is one of those guys. I feel like every spring training I hear about or see highlights from him, like getting a big hit or hitting a home run or something. Coming up in the Yankees organization, and yeah, his defense grades extremely high, and you're going to see that reflected on this card.
Right, yeah, George Lombard Jr. got that 60 field, 55 power, run, arm. There's a reason he's the number 1 prospect in the Yankees organization. So he's going to round out both of your cards between Goal 3 and Goal 4 as you complete the East Conquest Map. But that's not all, Carson.
That's not all. You could argue that we're just getting started because in Goal 6, you will see there is a no-sell Spring Breakout choice pack, Ashley.
There is. You see it right here. It's repeatable. So for our fiends who enjoy Conquest, you're going to be able to do this map as many times as you want to earn this pack. But if, Colin, we want to go back to main cam here, we'll be able to pull up this pack and go through all of the players.
There's some good ones.
If we want to go back to the game.
Yeah, starting off here, you're seeing Charlie Condon and Jesus Maid, 2 absolute demons in their respectable organizations, but that third name, it screams to me. He's a fellow Mountaineer. Shout out WVU. JJ Weatherholt, one of my favorite swings in the game, Cody.
Yeah, and you'll see 7 quirks on this one, which is one of my favorite parts about it. But yeah, Weatherholt, he's making some noise in the Cardinals organization for sure. Second base secondary because they've got Mason Wynn over there. And this is a guy we may see swinging it in the majors this year. We'll see. But he's been in Spring Breakout draft. He's had a couple years in Diamond Dynasty so far and always love his cards, and it's cool to see him back.
Yeah, he's back quickly, right? 7 days ago, we had early access, and now we got these Spring Breakout cards dropping at noon Pacific today.
There we go. And I know you talked about JJ Weatherholt, Carson, but we got to go slightly back to the number 3 overall prospect, yes. Jesus Madej. He was a baseball card collecting journey last year, especially when his first Bowman cards came out. Now you see him spring breakout at MLB The Show 26. He's got the arm, he's got the speed, he can field, he can hit for contact. Maybe you want to put a little power mod on him. You're going to have a 5-tool Jesus Madea in no time.
Yeah, the Brewers quietly have, a bunch of these good young players. They're going to be a good team this year.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of my favorite players from this pack. You mentioned power mod could be helpful. I'm actually looking at potentially like a speed and fielding mod on this card. You could get that speed up to 99, which is sweet. Jesus Mate got some cards last year and was a fan favorite in the community, so it's cool to have him back in spring breakout a week after launch, like you mentioned, Carson.
Yeah, lots of options here on the mods. I know you're talking power, Ashley. Cody, you're thinking more fielding and speed. You could even boost that contact and just get that PCI as big as you need. For me, that's what I'm thinking about.
You've been playing a lot of co-op recently. How's that been going?
I've been playing a lot of co-op. Me and Kev Boy played last night. We fought like hell, but it wasn't enough. He insisted on the gold Shane Bieber being our starting pitcher, so you can imagine how that went.
I love how I knew how it was going before you even said it because you said Kev Boy and not Kev Man.
Again, we fought, but it wasn't enough.
But as we continue throughout this pack, you're going to see Cade Anderson, shout out Colin and his Mariners. We're going to have a sassy lefty, dare I say?
Yeah, sassy lefty. I loved his card last year for the MLB draft, and it's cool to see. We've talked about this before with some other players. You see them get drafted, and then look at them in 26. They're already in the spring breakout series. So pretty cool there, Cody.
Yeah, this guy's been dealing in spring training, too. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, love Cade Anderson. And then we have Montez and also Max Clark, Cody.
Yeah, Max Clark, another guy that's been in the game quite a few times, one of the top picks in the draft during his year, and more fielding and more speed. 94 speed for Max Clark, and lots of green on the fielding. And 5 quirks this time. We've seen kind of Max Clark like this already, but it's cool to have him in the game, like we keep saying, and still good contacts to go along with that fielding and speed that he's got.
Yeah, Max with the chains. That's what I'm calling him. And he can hunt down a lot of balls in center field.
Incredible. As we make our way through, we have Michael Arroyo as well. Colin, we got some Mariners love. You want to speak to Arroyo?
I love Arroyo.
Yeah.
And also, Laz is literally profiling to be an absolute masher, so he's going to be awesome. But Arroyo is absolutely incredible in the field, has some power, bringing it up to speed and stuff in the league right now and stuff. So really bright future ahead.
Good clutch, too.
Right? That's what I was about to say.
It should be the Mariners spring breakout pack.
Oh,
I was just about to say, the Mariners have the most spring breakout cards in the drop. So exciting farm system for them.
Good call out there.
Yeah, not to mention primary second base, but plays the corner outfield, secondary position.
That's fun.
Little versatility that I like to throw in to my team as well. But we're not stopping there. We have Rodriguez, shout out the Cardinals, getting some love this drop. Jamie Arnold. You got to talk through your guy, Cody.
Yeah, Jamie Arnold, drafted last year, I believe, and the A's are. I'm pretty excited about what the A's have cooking. They've got a lot of young talent. Kurtz won Rookie of the Year last year. We got Wilson, Lawrence Butler, and then now we're starting to get some arms through the farm system too. You got Jamie Arnold in spring breakout, and just excited to see where my favorite team is going with all this young talent.
Yeah, we talked about it offline, and yeah, they definitely are a fun and exciting team. Super young. Excited to see what they can do this year.
Absolutely. And right next to Cody's boy is your guy, Carson.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to be in the pack until about 20 minutes before this stream. So
we have to keep some surprises.
I know, they always hide this stuff from me, but I'm super stoked to see Eli Willits in the spring breakout, switch hitting shortstop. I'm super excited to see what he can do in the spring breakout. But yeah, this is going to be a great card for a lot of people.
Right, and then 2 more cards to round it out. Colin, we got to go right back to you. Ryan Sloan, like I said.
Sloan's profiling is absolutely incredible. He's little later pick and stuff, but people are saying like Max Fried-esque type of a thing.
It's a great comp.
Potential top rotation level talent if he can get it all together.
Yeah, sick pitch mix too, right, Cody?
Yeah, I was just about to say his pitch mix for MLB The Show, very sick. And he's also 6'5". He's an absolute unit on the mound. So this might be a little bit of a sleeper for your rotation because the pitches are nasty, and he's just huge. Hard to pick the ball up.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is Ryan Sloan, and then we have Franklin Arias to round out the pack. Reminder, this pack is 100% grindable throughout content. We just saw it in the USA East Conquest Map with that repeatable goal, and then every pack you get of this, you're able to choose 2 of any of these players that you see on our screen here. But Colin, if we want to go back full screen, we'll make our way back to Conquest because we have 3 more maps to discuss.
That's right, yeah, and just doing some quick math there, you'll see that you get up to 4 Spring Breakout players for completing just the East section, and we haven't even gotten to the Midwest.
Are you ready to keep a tally on that? That's important.
Yeah, I'll keep the math going for us.
All right.
Hopefully my math will be mathing today.
Do you need a pen? But going on here, we now have the Central Conquest, where again, you're going to have goals for some show packs, some XP, but then Cody, as you complete all the NL Central team strongholds, you're going to get another Spring Breakout player.
Yeah, Liam Doyle, part of last year's draft class, pumping gas, 98 on the 4-seam, and actually really good per 9s too. You can see the hit per 9, K per 9 in green. This is a card you're going to be able to earn just playing through the Central US map and beating the NL Central teams. So very cool to have him back in the game yet again.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cardinals have some great young talent in their farm system. You're seeing it across Spring Breakout. And like I said earlier, prospects are graded on like that 20 to 80 scale. Typically, most of them max out around 60, 65. It takes like such a true cream of the crop to get a higher like 70 to 80 range. And to your point, Cody, about the fastball, he has a 70 grade fastball. The man can deal.
Yeah, 70 grade. I mean, when you start talking 70 grade, those are guys like Steven Strasburg,
Right.
like Paul Skeens. Like, this is a very high tier fastball grade. Number 2 prospect in the Cardinals system. You're right, Ashley. They have some good young players.
Right. But then if you capture all of the American League Central strongholds, kicking it back to you, Cody, Bryce Rainier.
Yeah, the Tigers are another team that have a lot of great young talent, and you'll see Bryce Rainier here. Shortstop in the organization for the Tigers. Pretty good power for middle infield, pushing 80 both sides, and big arm too over there at shortstop.
Yeah, I'm thinking contact mod for this guy right here, and then of course I like the defensive versatility there.
Yeah.
Can play a lot in the infield, and you can even put him out in center.
I was about to say, we earlier this year have a lot of like primary focus positions, especially because like a lot of the content is WBC cards. They really are strapped to one position. You get a couple versatility here. Now with Spring Breakout, you're seeing even more secondaries start to make their way into their content, hopefully creating even more diverse lineups between our fans.
Yeah, you often see that with young players, right? Like everyone knows that's watching the stream, but just because you're a shortstop doesn't mean you're not going to end up at second or third by the time you get to the majors. So you see it reflected in Spring Breakout.
Right. So that's
one thing that's sweet about Rainier too is that he bats left-handed. I'm a big Corey Seager fan, not to make the comp, but I do love the left-handed hitting shortstops are some of my most fun cards in the game. Seems to always work out that way.
Didi Gregorius too.
Yeah,
WBC.
True.
He's a demon.
Big fan.
Cody, I'm starting to think that you're just good with all lefties as well. I know Schwarber, I think we can add him to the list.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you started the list.
He started the list, yeah.
He is the list, yeah.
He is the list.
I should just run 9 lefties and see how it goes. I might play better. Yeah,
Kevin and I thought we were playing you because Schwarber hit 3 home runs against us last night. So still a
this
great
would be an awkward time to tell you that I won in co-op last night. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what to say to that, but you get 2 exclusive Spring Breakout players for completing all 10 strongholds to this map. However, Carson, if you complete and capture all available strongholds, you get that Spring Breakout pack once more.
I'm starting to see a trend here, Ashley. So that's another one where you finish the Central, you're going to get 4 more players, all just by playing the game.
So what's the running tally right now?
Quick math, let's go with 8, Trebek.
Not to mention, you're getting some show packs throughout the maps as well. However, it's a trifecta here. We're moving on to the West, where if pattern holds, you're going to find 2 more exclusive Spring Breakout players. You capture the National League West, and you get a pretty studded Dodgers prospect in Zaire Hope, Cody.
Yeah, the Dodgers have some serious power in the outfield in their system that you're going to see sprinkled throughout this spring breakout or content. I was looking at his 86 contact.
It's hard to ignore.
The big, big power and a big arm again. And this is, yeah, like I said, the Dodgers. You're going to see multiple outfielders in this content drop, and Hope has big pop.
Yeah, big pop. I mean, I'm seeing 5 tools, 4.5 tools here. He really is pretty solid everywhere you need for a right fielder.
Absolutely. 60 power, 60 arm, bats left both ways, plays all 3 outfield positions. And Colin, you know what it is? It's Mariners spring breakout. We have your number 1 Seattle Mariners prospect, Colt Emerson.
The dude can rake. Like, the dude can rake. I mean, prototypical shortstop. I mean, he's going to be absolutely incredible. Showing actually a little bit more pop than we're expecting as a big Mariners fan, but I got to put some bias in this conversation. But the dude is just looking to be absolutely just an future all-star.
Yeah, number 9 prospect in all of the MLB. 65 graded hit tool. You see that reflected with the contact right versus left. But yeah, no slouch on defense either.
I was going to say, look, mostly green on the reaction. What are you appreciating about this card, Cody?
Yeah, I mean, Carson called out the big contact. He's got great bat skills, and you'll see that with the 90-plus contact. He can hit for sure.
There we go. So Colt Emerson, number 1 for the Mariners, number 9 in all of baseball for the prospects. You're going to get both him and Zahir Hope as you battle your way throughout the 10 teams that are in the West, their strongholds. Once again, more show packs as you make your way to capturing all of the strongholds, not to mention another one of those Choose 2 Spring Breakout choice pack.
So we are up to 12 earnable spring breakout players just for playing all the conquest maps in the U.S., so that's pretty solid. You'll be able to do it in those thirds like I talked about already. I think for me, I'm going to go right to the West and try to get that Emerson.
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm always partial to starting in the Central, just as a White Sox fan. But Cody, do you have a partial preference?
Yeah, I was going to start in the Central, too. I need to get Liam Doyle in my rotation ASAP, so that's where I'm going to start. One thing I wanted to call out, too, now that we've covered all 3 of the USA maps, you can actually earn 36 show packs in total from completing these. So it is spring breakout. You'll be earning all these players that work towards the big collection we've been hinting at, but also, 36 show packs for finishing all this on top of the spring breakout stuff.
Yeah, that's a good call out, Cody. Those 10 show packs we kind of just glossed over. But
I was going to say, right.
36 packs for beating the whole U.S. map, and then 12 spring breakout players. So should be fun. Shout out Conquest fans.
There we go. They love these maps. If we want to go back to the main cam, Conquest is in all that's going to be in spring breakout today. We have a new event that's starting. And as we said, every time there's a new event, there's going to be a pretty bite-sized, manageable program alongside with that event. So if we want to pull up the game, staring right at you, Cody, we got to talk about it. Leo DeVries is your headliner for the spring breakout event.
Yeah, I got to take this one. Obviously, a big A's fan myself. Leo DeVries, fan favorite in Diamond Dynasty. People have loved him. Got to watch Mason Miller absolutely dominate the world in the World Baseball Classic. So I'm happy to get the Leo DeVries here to kind of make it hurt a little less. But he's got a big future with the A's, and you can see a lot of green on here. Switch hitter again, and 6 quirks, dead red, breaking ball. You're going to be able to earn this player just playing through the event, through this event program.
Yeah, I mean, what a trade that last year.
Right.
Mason Miller going
Stunned
to the
me.
Padres, DeVries going to the A's. He's now the number 4 prospect in the MLB, Ashley. Switch hitting shortstop. It's hard to not get excited for him.
That's what I'm saying. And reminder, the exclusive cards in the event are sellable if you so choose. And then if you want to keep playing the event past the Leo DeVries, you will get another one of those spring breakout packs. This one, again, because it's a limited time event, is also a sellable pack. It's no sell for the Conquest maps. Again, same array of players. You'll be able to choose any 2 once you hopefully earn this pack and then get to this point of selecting your 2 players.
Right, yeah, I think that's a good call out for our fans. So if you're going to be playing offline modes to get the cards, they'll be available. They will be no-sell packs, but if you're going to be going head-to-head, like in the events, it will be sellable. So pretty cool to get people in the event and have fun.
Exactly. And if you choose to play the event and you're choosing to play Conquest, now you're up to 12 cards from the Conquest, 15 cards between the Conquest and the event. And if we just want to go through the missions, how quick this is, you see some bite-sized missions based upon just some general stats, get on base, get a couple strikeouts. This event's going to have some different theme teams that you'll be building. You'll be able to choose between Spring Breakout series, so there's a little mission that ties into that. You're going to be able to choose some gold players, that's going to tie into that. And then, of course, it's all about the youth this time around, so if you get some hits with players 25 and under, there are some sneaky 25 and under in Team Affinity, if you haven't already noticed. Some of those are going to be eligible in this event. And then, of course, if you want to get just a handful of wins to fully complete the program, that will be available to you. Again, just looking at a couple hours here.
Yeah, definitely. Just a couple hours. Go and just play the event. You'll knock out those missions pretty easily, right, Cody?
Yeah, and that was kind of a goal for us, is to have them, not take too long. We want to bring back the event rewards through the program shell this year, but also have them, not take a super long amount of time, especially if you're more of a casual player. So yeah, you can hop in, earn this Leo DeVries. I did want to touch on the pack too. You'll notice that every player is 88 overall. Every player in the Conquest was 88 overall. So in some of the content you've been playing through so far, we kind of started lower, worked our way up. Through this content, you're just going to be able to earn tons of 88s, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, 88 off the rip. Don't forget, parallel mods do boost those attributes as well. So yeah, it's kind of cool seeing things creep up a little.
For sure. And if we want to go all the way back full screen once more, as promised last week and as promised with new events that we have, there's always going to be some tie-ins to the multiplayer program. So Colin, if we want to go back to the game, two little pieces to call out that you'll see updated in the multiplayer program. You'll see now that the Spring Breakout event, the Budding Youth event, we're calling it, a little spring theme there. The Repeatable Wins mission is back. So if you've enjoyed getting that mission done for the WBC Moonshot event that just ended yesterday afternoon, we're bringing it back with this event as well. So if events are your thing and that's how you want to complete the multiplayer program, you'll have that Repeatable Wins mission as well. However, that's not where we're stopping. We also have a second drop of missions to hopefully get you a little further into the multiplayer program as we progress throughout this month of the multiplayer program. You're going to see some pretty generic, you use anybody on your team type missions. You're also going to see another BR, completely optional mission if BR is your thing, just to get more progress in the program. A little double dip progress, I might add. If you are playing BR, you'll have these bonus BR missions that are tracking alongside most other missions that are just general to multiplayer online modes.
Right, and this is something we talked about when we were doing the live content feature premieres last week. Just giving you guys more drops of missions, helping you progress through that multiplayer program. Remember, it's not stopped between phases like it was last year. So you can actually just go all the way to the end. But this is just to help people get there, right, to that 50 pack.
Exactly. But that is the multiplayer program. If we want to go full screen once more, we mentioned it on the top of the hour. We got to finally dive into it, Cody. We have a Spring Breakout program if we want to go back to the game.
Yeah, we got Spring Breakout program. You're going to be able to earn 7 Spring Breakout players in this program. Starting off with Seth Hernandez, another pitcher that's bringing big heat coming up in the Pirates organization, and good per nines on this card as well. Big hook for a curveball, too. You can see that as his second pitch with 94 break. That thing is disgusting in real life.
Yeah, Seth Hernandez's gross 70 grade fastball, 60 grade on both the changeup and the curve. So you know his repertoire is going to be sitting down a lot of batters. Might need him in co-op, Carson.
Yeah, Pirates, I like. we'll take anyone, but Gold Chain Bieber, no disrespect, the diamond hitters we're having a good time hitting off him. So yeah, maybe this is the card we put in tonight.
We'll see Seth Hernandez. He'll be your first reward in the Spring Breakout program. As Cody was saying, 7 total players. You get one of those packs. Again, it's choose 2 of any of the players in the pack. But then again, the Dodgers, they're doing it with real time at the Major League Baseball level, and they still have it in their farm system. Walk us through Josue De Paula, Cody.
Yeah, last year's MLB All-Star Futures Game MVP, DePaula. One thing that's really cool about this card is he's got reverse splits. He's actually hitting against lefties extremely well on his way up. And left field primary, we saw Hope earlier for the Dodgers in right field. So they've got some promising corner outfield prospects coming up through their organization, and you'll be able to earn DePaula in the program.
Yeah, the reverse splits I like because it helps me with the lefty on lefty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can usually fight my own battle when it's a lefty versus a righty. So just having that boost for the power and the PCI size is pretty nice.
I was going to say, for the all-lefty lineup that Seabrad's going to be rocking soon, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
One day we'll convince him. Josue DePaula halfway through the program as you make your way toward the end of it. Again, another one of those Choose 2 Spring Breakout packs. But we can't, bury the lead here. Number 4 drafted overall last year. He's also a part of Spring Breakout, Ethan Holiday, and he's got pretty good power, Carson.
He has really good power, Ashley. Lefty, shortstop, that throws righty, obviously. We were talking about how much we like that Corey Seager mold. This guy has serious power. Obviously, everyone knows the Holiday family. Drafted 4th overall to the Rockies, where his dad played. Pretty cool to see him at the end of this program. And an easy program in general just to get through.
Right, yeah. Cody, walk us through how are we going to be able to earn these 7 players?
Yeah, well, touching on Ethan Holiday first, one of the things that's cool is he made his Diamond Dynasty debut last year through the draft series, and he was a big collection reward in that, and so it was important to us to make sure that y'all were able to play with an Ethan Holiday this year if you weren't able to last year. So went ahead and put him in the program, and he's an 89 overall, which is very cool. And yeah, as far as the program tasks go, you're going to be able to play through a moment with each of 5 of our Spring Breakout players. You'll have a moment with the 3 program rewards, also DeVries and somebody else we haven't hit on yet. And then the missions are all going to be positional themed. So one of the things that's really cool about prospects coming up through the minor leagues is seeing all the different talent throughout the field. All the different positions you may encounter as you're browsing the prospect list. And also we know that y'all have been grinding and you probably have some other cards you want to use or that you've already earned, and so making the requirements by position kind of helps you use the inventory you've already had to kind of help your progress in this program a little bit easier.
Yeah, really good call out about the Ethan Holiday, Cody, because I know that he was behind a collection in the MLB draft. So being able to see him as a program reward should be a huge W for the community.
Right, so we're up over 20 players, if my math suits me correctly, which lead us to the collection. Maybe y'all noticed it from the moment title, maybe y'all didn't, but we want to go full screen once more. All your Spring Breakout cards again, whether it's the program, whether it's the conquest, whether it's the event. Maybe you're skipping the event and choosing to repeat the conquest, or you're doing the event and doing the program and filling in the gaps from there. It's all going to lead into the Spring Breakout collection with
a very good card. Connor Griffin for the Pirates. He hits the snot out of the ball. Great contact, good power, speed, fielding. Cody, talk to me more about Connor.
Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? Number 1 overall prospect in baseball, has been crushing it in spring training. The clip of him hitting a home run off Ranger Suarez, I don't know if that ball's landed yet. This guy has... Yeah, this is one of the most exciting players to follow in the MLB as we move throughout the season this year. Pirates farm system looking amazing, of course, and Connor Griffin generating tons of hype in the baseball world.
Yeah, Ashley, I mean, I'm seeing, obviously he's a shortstop, but he can also play center field.
Right, he's got a little dynamic between the infield and the outfield. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the call up, maybe a month, maybe 2 months into the season. I think we're going to see him sooner rather than later. At least I'm hoping to see him sooner rather than later, because I know we'll talk about it a little later. Pirates might be a sleeping wild card pick. I never thought I would say that right now, but I think I'm saying it right now.
I'm with you, Ashley. I mean, the Pirates have a lot of good talent. Obviously, they have Skeens who can hold it down every 5 days, and then getting Connor Griffin up there, helping that team get some runs. It's pretty sweet.
There we go. But Connor Griffin, collect 16 cards. You're going to see a plethora throughout the content, and then you will be able to unlock Connor Griffin. So again, if you want to skip the event, do the program and conquest, you can. If you want to skip a conquest, do the event and program, you can. You can mix and match. The most important thing to know is, regardless of where you choose to earn these cards, they are 100% grindable, 100% earnable. You'll see the pack in the shop. If that's something you want to do to skip a little, you can. However, conquest, event, program, mix and match, you're adding Connor Griffin to your squad.
Yeah, and Ashley, I know we counted, 20 Spring Breakout cards, but you only need to collect 16.
Exactly.
So that just makes the grind even easier. We want you guys to get in, enjoy the Spring Breakout content as it starts today in the real world. And get this Connor Griffin.
Right. Anything you want our fans to know, Cody, before you wrap up Spring Breakouts?
Yeah, you touched on it well. You just complete the content and you'll be able to complete the collection, which is really cool about the Spring Breakout stuff. And also Connor Griffin's a 90 overall. That's higher than what we've seen through programs and such so far for grindable stuff. So very exciting. Connor Griffin is an absolute dog. Excited to see what he does this year. And yeah, it's always fun to do these Spring Breakout content early in the year with all these young players.
Yeah, get people excited, right? I'm excited.
For sure. But we know the Major League Baseball season starts next Wednesday evening, actually, and then the rest of the slate of the game starts next Thursday. We will be back next Wednesday with the stream, have no fear. But to get a little ahead on our predictions while we're talking, we still have some time before we got to push this thing on the table here. So Cody, Carson, what are your 2026 MLB season predictions?
Cody, I'm going to let you
I'll
go
go first.
Yeah,
we're on the same wavelength. I'll make a prediction for my A's, maybe a bold prediction, but I think they have what it takes to snatch a wild card berth this year. I might be crazy, overly optimistic, but I'm hoping my A's sneak into the wild card. That would be really fun to watch. Going to be a tough division, though. World Series prediction, I think this is also kind of crazy, but I think this is the year the Padres finally break through in the NL. It would be awesome to see them in the World Series, and then I think the AL is going to be a dark horse, maybe somebody that hasn't made it in a while. So I don't know who it'll be, but that's my bold predictions for the season.
I love it, and I'm excited to follow the A's train with you, my friend. Let's see them get to the playoffs. For me, gosh, we were talking a lot about this. Nationals, I want them to compete and have fun. But in terms of predictions, I'm going to go more player predictions. James Wood, 40 home runs this year. And I think we get a huge Dylan Cruz bounce back.
Ooh, that'd be great.
Which in theory would lead to more wins. So cautiously optimistic as a Nationals fan. And then World Series, I like the Padres. I honestly really like the Mariners. So it's hard to ignore the Dodgers, but yeah, let's go Padres Mariners for fun. Mariners to take it all.
Ooh, Colin, what are your predictions after hearing that?
I'm going Mariners for sure. I mean, their pitching rotation is pretty sick. If they can stay healthy, that's
awesome.
A hard gamut to go through, especially with Cade in the minors, if they even have injury and stuff of bringing people in. I'm going Mets out of the National League.
Ooh, that's my pick.
They've been sneaky offseason, picking up some really interesting pieces and stuff, so that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Ooh, I love it. I got to chime in here on mine. I'll start White Sox first. I'm expecting at least 75 wins, and I wouldn't be surprised if we finish 500, 81, 81. We're nearing the end of the rebuild process. Still not expecting postseason quite yet this year. However, I think we're going to have a lot of great building blocks again in place. A lot of year two seasons for many of our rookies that got called up last year. Speaking of rookies, we'll have second-year player Colson Montgomery. I'm predicting a 30-plus homer season. And then a player that will be rookie eligible, you cannot talk about him, Munetaka Murakami is going to match him with another 30-plus. I think the White Sox, for the first time in a long time, are going to have two 30-plus home run guys.
Yeah, Murakami's going to rip the cover off the ball. I'm excited.
There we go.
I'm in on both your guys' teams, the A's and the White Sox. Should be fun this year.
That's all we're asking for at the end of the day. But World Series, I agree with Colin. I think the Mets finally get over the hill that they've been battling. They are your National League representative. And, I love comeback stories. I love bounce back. I love second chances. I think the Blue Jays find themselves right back into the dance in a Blue Jays-Mets World Series. Who's going to win? I'll go Blue Jays.
Wow, Blue Jays redemption arc. They go back and take care of business. I love it. Love Vlad. Huge fan of MLB The Show. So shout out Vlad and the Blue Jays. Those are some great predictions. Excited to see what everyone else has. We are a week away from opening day,
which is insane. And then reminder, opening day supercharges, they will be returning. Like I said, we have the Yankees and Giants battling it off, kicking it off next Wednesday evening. We'll have a player that's supercharged from that game the following day, so look for that supercharged Thursday morning, and then we'll be supercharging throughout the day as games are ending. Once again, same old as the last couple of years. There's going to be at least one player per every matchup that's going to get supercharged.
And Ashley, people should keep an eye on opening day in terms of who's winning and losing, correct?
I would agree. There might be an event down the road where, depending on who wins on opening day, is going to have an impact to that. So that's going to help shape a future event.
Yeah, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We know you guys are all ready for spring breakout to hit MLB The Show 26. That's probably going to happen in the next, 10, 15 minutes?
Maybe even less than that.
Maybe even less.
Andrew's fast.
So we can keep looking towards what you guys can expect next week, which is our second The Show Live, Ashley.
Second The Show Live. Cody, what do we cover next week?
Yeah, next week you mentioned opening day. We started a series last year with players wearing new uniforms, so maybe a return of that style of content just in time for opening day.
It was very popular, wasn't it, Cody?
It was.
It might be back.
People liked it.
Very cool. We also will have, multiplayer missions, new event, but we'll talk about all that next Wednesday for another episode of the Show Live. We haven't had a Show Live on a Friday yet.
I know. It's just the seasons, the holidays, spring breakout starting today. We get a Thursday. Opening day starts next Wednesday, so we get a Wednesday stream. We'll get into that Friday cadence soon enough. But all I hear is fans are getting content even earlier. I know, yeah. They're getting midweek content, so that's starting today. It'll continue through next week. If you guys haven't signed up for the scouting report, make sure you do. Go on theshow.com and sign up. You will be getting a free monthly pack in MLB The Show 26 if you sign up through December. So you don't want to miss out on that. And follow us on socials for any other great news. Right, Ashley? Right, absolutely. And then a huge shout out and thank you to the whole live team, the whole live art team, seeing all these cards, especially with all the official rosters happening yesterday. Very fast turnarounds to make the spring breakout program happen in time as it's going on in the real world today. And also, I had a little conversation with our live team producer, Daniel. Shout out, Daniel. His mom is a huge fan of all of our streams. So shout out, Elisa. You're a legend. Thank you for watching. Cody, any last words on your side? Just excited to play through the spring breakout stuff today and add Connor Griffin to the squad. Yeah, go get your 100% earnable collection, Connor Griffin, and all the other great spring breakout players in a matter of minutes. Thank you for joining. We'll see you guys next week.
Swing and Judge going back on it. Makes the grab at the wall.
MLB The Show 26 has more roads to greatness than ever before. Dive into the most immersive Road to the Show experience yet with expanded amateur years, 19 colleges, and the chance to leave your legacy at Cooperstown.
Mr. Judge, we're ready for you on set.
Yeah, be right there after this game.
More control, deeper on-field stories, and action that feels more real than ever. Be the captain of your team and play as your Diamond Dynasty squad in the World Baseball Classic. All the international squads, all the passion, all in Diamond Dynasty. With so many ways to play, you might have to steal time from somewhere else.
Great work, Aaron. He's a little stiff today, no?
Make your mark in MLB The Show 26.
Great. Let's try it with a baseball. Okay, let's take 5.